this one defies just basic logic. Like, Ceedee Lamb is not saying, I know I only had 50 catches last year, but I want to be paid like, the greatest wide receiver in football. This is a guy who says, here's what I want you to do. Put my numbers up against Justin Jefferson.
Look at that.
Against anyone.
Right?
Look at that.
Right. So if Justin Jefferson gets $35 million a year, and I'm Ceedee Lamb, and I'm all 25 years old, and I'm going to ask you to compare my numbers to the highest paid wide receiver in the history of football, I win. I win every day,
So, Greg,
all day.
One thing you're good at, Craig, is calling out what this is inevitably going to be. Because we all know what it's going to be. When you look at those numbers, at the extension that were signed this offseason, where do you think Ceedee Lamb ends up?
He should be number one.
You think he gets paid more than Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why not? I mean, you just put up the stats. If this is a stat-based type of deal, and you get paid based on performance, more catches, more touchdowns, more targets than Justin Jefferson, right? So that's over the last 3 years. So we're going to go apples to apples on this. Justin Jefferson's a great wide receiver. Now, Justin Jefferson's going to see what it's like to play football without a great quarterback. He's about to live that, and he lived it for a part of last year when Kirk Cousins went down, and it ain't pretty, right? But if I'm Ceedee Lamb, if Justin Jefferson gets 35, I might want 40.
Well, you're not going to get 40. But
why not ask for it?
But you're going to definitely try to get 35 or more than 35, just because you feel like you're the best in the business right now. And he has that argument. You put up the stats. I get it. Justin Jefferson was injured last year. I don't know if Justin Jefferson would have put up those same numbers that we have seen him put up in the past with the quarterback. But for me, like right now in this situation, he has so much value that he possesses as it pertains to that offense that he is in.
What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee. Tap it back in, man. And a huge discussion going on right now in the NFL world, man. Justin Jefferson signing a huge extension with the Minnesota Vikings. It's unclear who's going to be the starting quarterback. Y'all heard what they were talking about. No Kirk Cousins last year when he went down before Jefferson was injured. It wasn't the same, man. It wasn't hitting the same. Of course, that's common sense. You need someone throwing you the ball. But nonetheless, with the quarterback situation not totally clear who will be a starter, the Vikings would have been foolish not to extend Jefferson, in my opinion, and give him top-tier money. I mean, the guy is an amazing receiver. What a crazy situation that worked out, right? As a Bills fan, obviously, Diggs was with the Vikings, traded to the Bills. Jefferson ended up being a product of that trade, with the draft pick and everything. And if you guys recall, a couple years ago, crazy game that came down to the wire between the Bills and the Vikings. It was like just an insane highlight reel game where Diggs and Jefferson were just out there putting on a performance, one-upping each other with amazing catches. And, the Bills ended up taking an L that game, but it was clear for the Vikings after the Diggs trade that everything was going to be all right, that they were good when moving on from them. As that was just a whole narrative being discussed in another video that I did about the Bills trading draft picks with the Chiefs snatching up Worthy, the Bills with Keon Coleman, and looking back at the trade that, allowed the Chiefs to select Mahomes, what Mahomes has went on to do with the Chiefs being on par, to be like the next dynasty after the Patriots, and no one still being with the Bills, that was involved in that trade. It is what it is. You never know how things are going to pan out, but it's always nice to come out on top, I'm sure. But getting into this discussion that's being heavily debated right now, and there's another receiver's name who's in the mix, the Niners, Ayuk. Another dude coming into the final year of his rookie deal wanted an extension as well, like Ceedee Lamb. And I don't know, will the deals get done? Do either of these dudes deserve to be paid that kind of money as well? Will they get it? If they don't, is there any possibility they could end up on the trade block being dealt to another team that may be willing to give them more money or whatever? That's something that I've been seeing Ayuk's name come up in discussions about since the offseason jumped off. But at the end of the day, you know, there's so many factors to it all. Stats, who's the quarterback, etc. I'm just curious, intrigued to hear what all the fans out there think about this. You know, does Lamb deserve the kind of money that Jefferson got? Will he get it? What's the future looking like for all these players that we're talking about? And, you know, what does everyone think about the Vikings' upcoming season with the quarterback position being so unclear? Let's talk about it all in the comments. Subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.